right, here we go again. Truth and Light channel, where I speak about, not speak, but I share about all my Bible studies, and we can do some worship sessions. This is my first video, so here we go. I want to share to you that um, me and my wife, we've been um, going in the Bible study for a week. And this topic is about salt and light. So this is what I come up with my studies. Like, it's open for discussion, so everyone can have their thoughts. Maybe post it in the comments. Anyway, the reading is from Matthew 5:13 to 16. It's the most famous verse about salt and light. It's kind of like the word that is used too often, right? Week in, week out in church, we hear that we have to be salt and light. But what does it mean? Like salt and light. You know that salt is for preservatives, it enhances flavor, but what does it truly mean? Um, I was asked that question by reading the Bible, if you get what I mean. Okay, so verse 13, I'm just gonna read it out because I'm not that good at video editing yet because there's nothing here. You are the salt of the earth, but the salt loses its saltiness. But if the salt loses its saltiness, how can it be made salty again? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. So I write here salt has multiple uses. It's a flavor enhancer. If you don't have salt in your food, it just doesn't really brings out the flavor. It's used as food preservative. It actually sinks into the meat and preserves the juices from coming out. Yeah, that's what I read. Because salt cannot be destroyed. It's used to kill off unwanted growth. Yeah, they used to pour this on some soil to keep anything from growing, like to cover it so that nothing grows. Well, yeah, it loses its saltiness. If it loses its saltiness, it will literally have no use whatsoever. Not even to prevent something from growing. It's got nothing. Yeah, so verse 14, you are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Uh, sorry, a town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on the stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good deed and glorify your Father in heaven. Now, I find it interesting here, so because Matthew puts in parallel, you are the salt of the earth, and you are the light of the world. Does those two mean the same thing? I was asking myself that because salt enhances the flavor of the food, and light gives light to the darkness. Yeah, it actually, when I read this, it reminds me of a lot of other Bible verses about light. So, yeah, verse 14 reminds me of other Bible verses about light. Luke 12:2 to 3 says that there is nothing concealed that will not be disclosed, or hidden that will not be made known. So light reveals things. That's what it does to the darkness. It reveals whatever that's in there to be made known. What you have said in the dark will be heard in the daylight, and then what you have whispered in the ear of the inner rooms will be proclaimed from the roofs. It connects, right? You cannot put a light under a bowl, instead put it on the stand. And you can only hide in darkness. You cannot hide from the light. So what does this light mean? Being a light of the world. Yeah. Ah. Another verse. 1 John 1:5. This is the message we have heard from him and declare to you. God is light, and in him there is no darkness at all. Are they talking about the same light here? Like it says here, in him there is no darkness at all. And then in the Luke verse, it says that there is nothing concealed, will not be disclosed, or hidden that will not be made known. And you can only hide in darkness. You cannot hide from the light, especially if the light is in you. Like God is in you, and we are in Him. And says so, 1 John 1:5, there is no darkness at all in God. So what is this light? Does that mean that we are not darkness? We are not sinners. Okay, 1 John, well, we're not sinners anymore because we are born in the light. Uh, I forgot that verse, but it's in the Bible. We are born of light, reborn. 1 John 4:13. This is how we know that we live in Him. Remember, in Him there is no darkness. And He in us. He has given us His Spirit. So it shines a light on what the light in the Bible verses mean. God is in us and we are in Him. One more verse, Acts 1, verse 8. But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes on you. Yes, the Holy Spirit already came on us on the day of Pentecost, or the day we accepted Jesus, right? And you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem and in all Judea and Samaria and to the ends of the earth. Once again, here, earth. Says in the first verse that we read, you are the salt of the earth. And then the next verse, you are the light of the world. And if you read not First John, John, John 1, it says, in the beginning there was the Word, and the Word was God. And then it says, if you read on, that there's a light, and the light is shining in the darkness, but the darkness cannot understand Him, cannot comprehend Him. So it says here, the light. I hope you're getting what I'm trying to say, because the words just blocking me right now. All right, I wrote here, Thank God for notes. This is like the light that shines before others. Yes, the light that shines before others. We are witnesses to the ends of the earth. We are the salt of the earth and light of the world. So, what is this light and what is this salt? Well, if God is in us and we are in Him, that means, and in God there is no darkness, and we are born of light. So, we are, in a sense, that light, the light of the world. Because Jesus is in us, right? And Jesus says in the Bible that we are going to do greater things than Him. And we are going to be witnesses to the darkest places, like from Judea to Samaria to the ends of the earth. And the light in the first verse, bear with me here, in Matthew 5:13, Matthew 5:14, town built on a hill cannot be hidden, neither will do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. So we're not made to be confined in our comfort zone. We are made to shine. We are made to be living testaments for all the world to see, because we cannot contain it, because that light is in us. So we don't have to try to be a good person. Of course, we have to try to be better, but we have to realize that we come already from a good place, guys. Right? That's what I'm getting here. God is in us, and we just have to show Him, and we are already in Him. We just have to be living testament. All right, we are the light of the world. Town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Just cannot. Every eye will see, and neither will people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Cannot. Instead, they put it on the stand, and it naturally gives light, because it is light to everyone in the house. Same way, let your light, the same way, let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. Wow. So yeah. Well, what's your guys' thoughts, or what does this Bible reading speak to you? I would love to hear it. Um, Share it in the comments, or yeah. All right, that's it for now. We are still studying this. Maybe I will have part two. And like, I'm Indonesian, so probably, well, not probably, most definitely, I will make an Indonesian version of this video. All right. God bless you guys.